this is Daiyan. Daiyan. The way they spell the names in this game trips me out quite a bit. But this is the new character they added. And this is who we're going to be polling for. So I guess right out the gate, let's go gambling! Start that stream off with gambling, because we all know why we're here. We're going to gamble. But first we're going to check out just how gambling affects the streamer, the psyche, etc. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Oh, I got another wife. Let's go. Holfin, my beloved. I love her. This is a win, actually. She's literally me. It's great. Alright, so for the longest time, after listening to all of the voice dialogue in the game, I kept swapping around the E and the N, because that's how it's spelled in katakana. So I don't know who is in charge of the English naming, but this is one of the biggest trolls, but it's fine. I forgive her because I love her. Cat, what are you doing? Aw, dang it. That cat's getting up and leaving me again. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Okay, well, that could have gone better, but at the same time, I'm happy. I guess we can take this time to actually look at what she does. So if we go to the event, they give us a trial of what she's all about, and they reward us for trying it. Ooh, what does this do? We get to see her. Is this her acquisition animation? I think that might be her ultimate animation, because if we do the same with Mossy Nugget... Oh, it's not? Yeah, this is her acquisition animation. Very cool. I already have Mossy Nugget, so it's fine. It's a bold strategy that they have the standard pool elite dolls as limited access pulls. But let's see what Daiyan's all about. Oh, we can... Let's not spoil all... Let's spoil all this. So, one of my favorite things about the game, if you zoom in on them... Take two. If you zoom in on them, they do a special zoom in animation. But maybe they didn't incorporate that here because we don't actually have her. But let's see what she's about. Oh, hey, Core, welcome in. You made it. We're checking out Daiyan. Or Daiyan. I'll have to look at her kanji name and then get totally blindsided. Fashioned with extreme mobility, she can also deal massive amounts of damage after accumulating buffs. They just describe everyone. That's not a unique description. Allegedly, a lot of people are gonna skip Daiyan. I might be one of them. I'm not gonna wail for her. Not M1... It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm sure she'll come later. Deals damage to enemies and cleanses a buff. So, 3 stacks. Okay, so she buffs herself. Oh, okay. And it allows her to move again. And, oh, so she just gets an extra turn. Deals stability equal to number of tuning stacks. Okay. Deals massive damage to enemies. Each stack of tuning reduces cooldown by 1 turn. Okay. Consumes all and then gains 1 stack of permanent tune. Okay. So she's all about tuning. Like, she's got that music thematic going. Spending a turn, gain 1 confect index and 1 stack of tuning. Okay, so she keeps getting tuning. And it has more than 2 stacks of tuning, and an enemy performs a targeted attack, intercepts the enemy before it attacks, and gains 1 stack of permanent tuning. Okay, that's a lot of tuning. You know what? What's this? Okay, so this allows me extra confectance index. So why don't we grab this and... Okay, so gets tuning. Okay, let's tune. She needs a tune-up. We're tuning! Just so we can see all the animations, let me, ooh, what's this? Deals physical damage for every stack of tuning. Okay, so we're gonna get a lot of bonus after using her ultimate. There we go. Fan. So she just spawns the gun out of her fan. Understandable, have a great day. And she gets extra movement, in which we can then pick this up. Okay, why not? So the point of these analysis modules, or rather, the point of this is to demonstrate the character. Like, it's literally a try before you buy sort of deal. Okay. I can do this and use that. That kill. You know what? Let's keep doing this. Why not? Okay. She just slapped him with a fan. This is the greatest character. No, it's not. I mean, I feel like...
I went into a pet shop and said, "Can I buy a goldfish?" The salesman asked, "Do you want an aquarium?" I said, "I don't care what star sign it is."
God damn... I'm trying to figure out how to use Daiyan here, okay? And, oh, sweet. I get to use my ultimate again and just clown on these foods. Very cool. And that lets me move over here. Okay. Ow. And now I'm exposed. It's okay, I can, wait, how many turns? 8 turns? Yeah, I can use this. Wait. Cleanse 1 buff. Okay, so if I do this, I could actually cleanse the buff, the debuff that I have. That did nothing. Let's just get out of here. I win. You can show them Daiyan's biggest fan. So we tried Daiyan. We literally just tried to pull for her and didn't get her. But now that you're here, Core, let's go gambling. We're gambling. We tried her, so now we have reason to get her. We didn't get her, but it's fine. In fact, I don't think we got anything. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. We got another MP7. This is fine. I mean, I actually use MP7, Cheetah MP7 in my A team. I'm still mad that I can't change my facial expressions while in the game. Because, the game locks my keyboard into the game. So, yeah. I'm stuck like this. Oh, not dang it. We got her. We got the Type 95. We got Daiyan's gun. It's not her ultimate gun, but it's something. Ah, dang it. Okay. We take those. Explosive sweets, kind of dangerous, but kind of badass. Yeah, she's all about the explosive candy. Like, one of her skills is literally explosive candy. Spicy candy, there we go. Her other abilities include throwing candy to explode, as you saw. In fact, let's see if I know how to menu through this game. Here we go. We go here. Character archive. If we go to her character archive, we can actually see how she throws the candy. Somebody edited this with her candy voice line, like, "Hey!" all the time, because she says "hey" a lot. There we go. Bam. She throws the candy. That's her thing. She might be diabetic. Don't worry about it. So, we pulled. We didn't get it. But there's an event. What's the event? I'm sure there's an event story. She's throwing! Yes, she is. So I'm probably gonna speedrun the story in the next 2 days just to make sure I don't waste any Daiyan tickets. Because that's how you do the shop. All these stories are the same. No, they're not. What's this? Oh, this is the shop. Okay. What's this? Environmental survey. I'm actually gonna read the tutorial. Do stages. Do things. Complete the survey. Yeah! At the start, you could select one to carry survey equipment. You gain them when the stage begins. Very cool. Oh, so it's like a mini game. Throughout the course of the survey, you could get the events, supplies, outposts, items. Okay. Fuck it, we do it live. Why is it letting me start at the end? I'd rather start at the start. No matter how hard we push, it's impossible to survey such a vast area. Maybe we should slow down. Easy. Okay. Oh, I get to pick stuff. Very cool. I think this is like an expansion of the previous I gotta head out, good luck with your polls and gambling. God damn it, but thanks. Let's try this. Let's see what this is all about. For 3 turn... Oh, sweet. I get to... Oh, we can play as Daiyan. Very cool. Oh, we can play as G36. They even retained the GFL1 sprites. Oh my god. This is... I love this. When rolling an even number... Okay, you know what? Let's just try the survey. Let's try what this new game mode's about. I'm sure it can't be too hard. It's a board game. Okay, I literally just read this. We roll... Okay. I'll figure it out. We do it live. Alright. Gain minus 30% index when exploring wilderness. But we get dice. Very cool. Let's roll the... Which dice does what? I have more command dice, so let's roll the dice. I win! In the general store, you can upgrade commands and destroy commands. Destroying commands yields action keys. If the general store doesn't have the command you want, you can refresh it, Commander. Let's use commands and action keys to cure these threats together. I don't have any of these. Very cool. I guess we roll the dice again. I keep rolling 5s, baby. Let's go. Alright, I get points. Let's continue rolling the dice. I got the best roll ever. 1. Upgrade the outpost? I can't. I don't have enough of boxes. Okay. This is reminding me of 100% Orange Juice. A game that I put literally 500 hours in and I will never touch again. You know what? I'll ramble about that. For a long point in my life, I was a sweaty tryhard at 100% OJ. Nowadays, I am not in contact with anybody I used to play OJ with. And, honestly, it kind of consumed my life. And I'm glad I'm out of it. I will never go back. Yay! We made it! Non-max level. Okay, we're early in the game, so because these aren't max level, I'm sure... I don't know what these do. But they're too expensive. Gee, I have a feeling that these... can't upgrade that. I have a feeling these might be like a daily refresh sort of deal. Yay! I have another box. Now I can upgrade an outpost if I make it to 1. Roll a 1! Yes! Totally not rigged. Let's upgrade the outpost. Very cool. Do I... Hold on. Can I get more dice? Okay, you know what? Let's use the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let's go 6. Let's full force forward. Very cool. I'm probably wasting valuable resources here, but it's fine. Oh, sweet. We got stuff. Yeah. Okay, that was good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just get another. Let's get another outpost, baby. Uh-oh, it's getting dicey. Welcome in, May. We're playing the real game. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happens if we land here? I wanna know. If we get nothing, then joke's on me. Okay, we get stuff. Just kidding. Alright, we're out of dice. Did we win? Oh, not even close. Holy shit. I am garbage at this. I am the worst dice roller of all time. This is why we don't go gambling. But what we can do... Oh, it's daily! Okay, let's get some rewards. Very cool. Alexa, is this Mario Party? Mario Party is more rigged than this. Try again later. Okay, so... We got things, I guess. I'll play around with that more. What I really want to do is the story. It's story time, baby. You know what? I don't care if the story's fully... I do care if the story's fully voiced, actually. You know what? I'm just going to let the story play itself. And we're going to listen and enjoy the story. And this will give me a chance to eat. Dandelion slowly exits the room and stands upright under the night sky. Clouds gradually scatter and the moonlight shines on her. While she's the only one in the garden, a pair of images suddenly appear. She seems to realize something and closes her eyes. Her mouth curves up in a faint smile and she bows, as though welcoming someone. She's not voiced. Well, this looks like a job for me. You're here? It's your first time coming up to see me in 10 years. Makes me feel a little lonely. There's nothing in front of Dandelion, but that familiar form in her eyes is standing before her, clear as day. That makes no sense. We haven't seen each other in so long, but you aren't even discussing anything related to me. How cruel. Ellipses. Okay, so you may notice how slow the text is scrolling. There's no option to speed it up, but I played the Japanese text, and it actually scrolls at a decent pace in Japanese. It's just English uses like at least 3 to 5 times as many characters per word. So that's why it feels super slow in English. I'm hungry. I need to eat something. Hold on. I was hoping this would be voiced. Fuck it! We do it live! I'm voicing it with my mouth full. More just being an instant for you. But it's a long time for me. And for that person. It's endless torment. Okay, that's a terrible idea. I'm never doing that again. Okay! Shoutouts to Nino Maya Inanis of Hololive English for condoning eating on stream. Shoutouts to Nestlin228 for not condoning it. Shoutouts to TalonDX for subscribing with Prime for 12 months. What the hell? Talon, you caught me eating and reading on stream. A terrible combo. That's terrible, don't you think? Isn't that just too cruel for that person? I don't think. Oh my god, Talon has the 12-month badge. I'm trying to come up with ideas for a 2-year badge. I'll figure it out. How could I possibly refuse you? I was just griping. Surely you'll permit me to indulge myself a little, won't you? Don't call me Shirley, fool! I knew it. Selfishness is unavoidable, even for someone like you. What's also unavoidable is me thinking she's a former Sangris fairy doll. That doesn't stop me from liking her design, but how can she not be of a former enemy? Like, I really like this, but at the same time, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me otherwise. Dandelion looks at the girl before her who does not deny this, and shakes her head as though in self-mockery. Everything has changed, possibly for the better, but possibly for the worse. Well, no shit. Everything that happened 10 years ago feels like a lovely dream compared to now. Sometimes I wonder if I've even woken up yet. If not for my neurologs telling me that it actually did happen, I'd have forgotten that unforgettable time. We're pushing Blade Runner territory with this, jeez. Did you expect all of this too? Or are you just standing aside, watching aloofly as I flailed around like a troop of clowns? I stand there, unable to reply, for I am literally the Stanley Parable. I understand. Your arrival implies a new trial is upon us. Still, you chose to stand aside and watch back then. Now you're sprouting pretentious lines about how you want that person to walk back into the fire. Don't you think you're going too far? Or is this one of your little indulgences? Dandelion leisurely walks in front of that invisible presence. Her face does not change, but Dandelion, who was born of the same origin as her, already knows the answer in her heart. Thought dolls had cores, not hearts, but Okay. Yes, I know I have to do this. I know them well. For them, trials have never been a difficult thing. But that person lost everything. Wealth, fame, comrades, their precious future, and all of our former friends, namely those dolls. Everyone and everything has been taken from them, and a great price must be paid for them to gain the strength to rise again. Yet, more than this strength, is the question of how to make them want to rise up more that truly puzzles me. Surely you have a way to steer the future in a direction which is not bound by the term of Mephisto, do you not? That name rings a bell! But if it's you, you'd surely reply that everything has happened was meant to protect that person. After all, to you, that person is the catcher in the rye. Am I wrong? Dandelion freezes up. For a moment, there's almost an imperceptible shade of emotion on her face. However, she immediately resumes her usual smile, and then continues talking like she's trying to convince herself. After all, living is the most important thing. Are you sure about that? That might be true, but it's also a prison of sorts. 10 years is by no means a short span of time for humans. Even if it was the right choice, it still ended up hurting that person, and for the second time too. I wonder, as someone who made such a ruthless choice, do you feel sorry for the person you've hurt? Dandelion tilts her head ever so slightly, as though she's ready to listen to a confession. She seems to be looking forward to making her life hard for her conversational partner, but it doesn't last long because she then proceeds to state her own request. What's the request? Alright. It's not particularly difficult for me anyway. I shall carefully calculate the odds of you fulfilling your wish. 0%, baby! Never tell me the odds. Then, I shall move in a mysterious way to guide that person's destiny to join with yours. Will that satisfy you, my dear sister? Maybe. It's just going to take a bit of time. There are no drawbacks for me besides things being a little annoying. However, the price that you will have to pay is going to be so high that even I am having trouble imagining it, you know? No, I don't. I don't know what I'm getting into. And honestly, I'm a bit scared to find out, but we're diving head first because we do it live. Alright. Since it's related to that person, I shall have to exert myself and give it a try. I promise to watch how that person's life ends after all, but in exchange, you have to help me fulfill our wish, okay? Dandelion opens her eyes, and her face, still with a smile, gently lifts. She gazes on the radiant moon and begins talking to herself in a self-deprecating tone. Oh my god, literally me. Goodness, oh my god, it's literally me! You're just like before, running off and abandoning me the moment you're done talking. Still, the boring days are finally over. An age of fire and blood is upon us once more. Wonder what kind of destiny awaits them in such a world. Is that a Dark Souls reference? Yes, it'll be a while until that day comes. Till then, I should probably start doing some of the things I promised her. Dandelion slowly raises her arms, and then she claps rapidly. You know when I clap, you know what happens? I love doing it, it never gets old for me. Almost immediately, a girl with the black hair like hers appears behind her. Lady Dandelion, you called? Ellie, I need network access to the beacon network in the central region. Oh yes, help me say hi to the old bunch and tell them their peaceful lives are over. Wow, okay, that's not foreboding at all. Would you like me to sugarcoat the message? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Just give it to them straight. They will understand my meaning with joy in their hearts. Are you sure about that? Yes, I will take care of it at once. The girl called Helly leaves without a sound, leaving Dandelion alone in the garden. When will the day of reunion come? It's such an exciting thought. I hope Dandelion eventually becomes playable, if not layable. Oh boy, I get to play level 15? They're mocking me. They're mocking me with this event. What level's required for this event? Tell me. Level 25. Ladies and gentlemen, we're auto-playing this. A melody arrives upon the wind, its notes out of tune, just like me, for real. Let's go. Let's get some lore. The desolate plains are host to a cluster of buildings that stand out among their surroundings, but are otherwise rather shabby. They sit with a temporary quarantine wall. Several sets of thick railway tracks extend inwards from the distance, intersecting at this small intercontinental railway resupply station. This seemingly unassuming supply station serves as a repository for supplies from outside the contamination zone, and is also the last and only hope for anyone seeking to leave the yellow zone. As the quarantine wall's gate opens, a rust-speckled intercontinental railway train slowly pulls into the supply station amidst strident alarms. I know how to read, I promise. No, I don't. Radiation cleansing wash is sprayed onto the train cars and pours off the side, emitting an acrid odor. Imagine the smell. As the train slows down, a deafening metallic shriek echoes within the building, causing the surrounding travelers to reflexively cover their ears. The train comes to a halt, and its heavy blast doors open. Gangways extend from the train to the platform. Passengers stream off the vehicle. Passengers all look tired as they drag their luggage off the trains. However, one of them is not like the others, as she hops, skips, and jumps off down the ramp. It better not be UMP9. It's not. That ride was so boring! They did not voice these. I am slightly disappointed. Well, it's up to me to voice them. Let's go. So much for an express train. I was stuck in my seat for 20 hours! My bones feel like they're being shaken to bits. Today I learned dolls have bones. Ooh, who are you? I like you. I don't know you, and I hope you're a playable character later. As an elite doll, aren't you made of sterner stuff than that? Even an elite doll can't handle having to sit in a chair the size of a wash basin. Isn't that right, big sis? An elegantly dressed doll emerges from the cabin car, gently past Yang Yu's head, which manages to soothe the somewhat antsy little sister. What's with this sassy lost child? It must have been hard on you, but I don't think that's enough to get the better of the best little sister in the world, am I right? You know, I wasn't gonna pull for her, but after this, I think I'll pull for her. Upon hearing Daiyan's words, Yang Yu goes from pouting in annoyance to smiling broadly, and she smugly plants her hand upon her waist. Of course! I was just venting a little. It's not as though I'm actually bothered by it. I get the feeling when your banner comes out, you're gonna need a bit of correction. Just saying. I do really like the little hair pieces that are like little machine parts, but are adorned to make like this little flower pattern. I really like that, and I just noticed the panda. Very cool. Jiao Hui, how are you doing? I'm gonna butcher every single one of these pronunciations because I'm learning Japanese. As a doll, being able to get a seat is is pretty good. Yo, in-universe racism, let's fucking go. We shouldn't have asked you. Are they like imposter mode? Okay. I know it's been hard on everyone. There are still a few more hours until our transfer train arrives. Shall we rest in the train station? I was hoping there'd be BGM. Like, this is so quiet. Big sis, we spent the collapse pieces we saved up for half a year on the travel expenses for this journey. Was it really necessary? That reminds me, off-guides this year. I need to go. Another blank check, baby. It's true that cross-country travel is a little expensive, but there was an important reason for it. What kind of reason could be worth half a year of income? I feel that. Oh my god. That's a secret for now. But once you find out, I'm sure you'll be surprised. A surprise, I hope it won't turn out to be a shock instead. I'm sure Daiyan has a reason for doing what she did. Shouldn't you have an absolute faith in her as her little sister? I don't think that's how that works. That's true, but we've spent so much money, and I don't even know the reason why. Can't you let me complain a little? No, dolls don't get free speech. In-universe racism, let's go! I think our luggage for this trip's been unloaded. Go over and get our traveling cases before someone takes them, okay? Oh! My collection is in my luggage! I can't lose them again this time! Jiang Yu frantically runs towards the luggage carousel. Daiyan sighs quietly, and Zhao He walks up to her. Frankly speaking, I don't understand the purpose of this journey either. If it's to expand the range of our tour, then there's no point in going so far by train. We won't even make the money for the tickets back with our concert earnings. Yo, they're a band! We're getting the band back together, let's go! Our destination is far away from our current active radius. I'm sure you wouldn't have chosen this region if you didn't have a reason for it. Indeed, I have very important reasons for doing this. An important friend contacted me some time back. While she didn't tell me why I had to be here, I was sure that it was related to our shared past. An important friend? Does that mean it's related to your past in Griffin? Yes. For a certain reason, my friend did not want to leave any records that we knew about this ahead of time. What a strange reason. Sorry I dragged you into this. Yo, the best friends are the ones that drag you on adventures. And I will elaborate that on it while we autoplay. Don't worry about it. Besides, it's not like I have anywhere else to go. Literally me! Zhao Hui stretches, seemingly to put Daiyan at ease, and Daiyan responds with a smile. Jiang Yu's piercing voice rings out from the distance. Big sis! This is bad! Uh-oh. Taihenda! Daiyan and Zhao Hui turn towards the sound of the voice and see Jiang Yu being chased by several men in security guard uniforms. How? You're just getting your luggage! The guards are trying to handcuff Jiang Yu, but her strength and agility are far beyond theirs. Jiang Yu calls out loudly to Daiyan as she runs. These stupid guards won't listen to me at all! This smuggler's a tricky one! Get more guys in here to surround her! You're the smuggler! Your mom's a smuggler! Got him! As Jiang Yu makes a bigger and bigger ruckus, the surrounding travelers gather round to gawk as more security guards swarm over. Daiyan and Zhao Hui immediately run over to Jiang Yu, blocking her behind them, and then Daiyan whispers to Zhao Hui, "Don't hurt the humans, otherwise things will get very troublesome." Zhao Hui replies with a knowing nod and attempts to take down the oncoming security guards aside with minimum force. Seeing the doll's prowess, the guards freeze up, unwilling to recklessly approach them. However, there's a sound of a handgun chambering around in the distance, and a middle-aged man who looks like a police officer stalks over to Daiyan and the others. Railway police! Cease struggling or I will open fire! Oh no. Oh no! Daiyan looks around herself. While this is just a minor transfer station, things will get extremely troublesome if they do get detained here. Since they haven't broken the law, their current priority is to figure out why Jiang Yu was being chased by those security personnel. Officer, we're just ordinary travelers. Why are you trying to arrest my sister? Railway police officer looks Daiyan up and down. He shows no sign of lowering his guard. You a doll? Dolls of your grade are a rarity around here. Where's your owner? Get him out here. I want to speak to him. Wow, I guess they're property. That actually makes me feel like 2% uncomfortable. Damn. Officer, we've shown ourselves and we've proper credentials. Here's our electronic ID. Still suspicious, the officer scans Daiyan and the other's ID. The system indicates that they are indeed self-owned and authorized to travel safely. Yo, we're free! Damn, so you really are self-owned dolls. That's something you don't see every day. Railway police officer finds it hard to believe his eyes. Then he looks back to question the security guards who were chasing Jiang Yu. What's with those dolls? Our scans revealed weapons in their luggage. They've got guns, lots of guns! We're authorized to bear fire control cores and use weapons. Our ID already shows this. We also declared the other weapons before boarding the train. You can find it in the Hazardous Goods Transport Permit section. The police officer eyes the security guard behind him, who frantically opens his terminal and goes through it. A while later, he lowers his head and speaks dejectively. It's all in there. What the hell are you morons playing at? Don't you even know how to check IDs and forms? Busted! But our scanner threw up an alarm, and we saw the guns and thought we should detain them. That's why none of you have managed to get a proper posting so far. You clowns can forget about being promoted for the rest of your lives. Ooh, damn! The railway officer makes a big show of berating the security men while he pulls them aside, then quietly speaks to them. Say that dolls who get clearances like this have a complicated past. You shouldn't get involved with them. Damn it! Even humans don't get this kind of treatment. They're licensed to carry weapons and fire control course, so they must be tactical dolls for some PMC. A PMC? Then maybe these dolls are... Kaboom! Suddenly, there's a massive explosion from outside. A huge plume of black smoke rises from the quarantine wall in the distance. As a shockwave from the explosion washes over them, many people lose their balance and fall to the ground. What was that? A sound of screaming comes from the direction of the explosion, and a panicked crowd begins running this way. It's a boojum! A boojum's hitting the quarantine wall! A boojum? Run for your life! Fear instantly spreads through the crowd, and the surrounding tourists drop their luggage as they frantically run in the opposite direction. Damn it! How many times has it been this month? Chief! We've got an alien incursion! Get your guns and follow me! Something suddenly occurs to the railway police officer, and he turns around to address the dolls. We're undergunned here. Can you help us out? Since you're tactical dolls, dealing with elites should be a piece of cake for you, right? What should we do? We should take our luggage and run. No, we can't. There are too many civilians here. The consequences of the elites broken here would be unimaginable. But if that was a boojum, it's not something we can handle. After seeing the dolls hesitate, the railway police officer immediately chimes in. Just think about those unarmed civilians! A tactical doll, shouldn't your priority be protecting humans? How about this? If you help us out, I can help you apply for a security certificate within the railway network. That way, you'll never be stopped or questioned no matter which station you go to. Sounds like a good deal to me. Then we'll... Wait a minute, big sis! I have a condition! Can we get some better seats on the next trip? No problem, I'll think of something. Upon hearing about the seat upgrade, Xiaoyu's eyes practically glow with excitement. Daiyan looks at Xiaoyu, who nods back in response. Now that their friends have agreed, Daiyan makes up her mind. Understood, officer. Please, allow us to assist you. The railway officer entrusted this region to us. Make sure you don't let the elites into the station. Wow, look over there, big sis! There's a huge hole in that section of wall over there in the distance! The elites must have entered through there. Looks like the work of that boojum. What should we do if we encounter it? It's just a boojum! I'll rip it to bits! Surely you know what boojums are, right? They're strong elites, aren't they? I know it. We won't be engaging the boojum. If we run into it, we flee immediately. Understood. Yes, got it, big sis! Focus. The elites are drawing close. Prepare for battle. So I had a conversation topic I wanted to talk about, but I completely forgot what it was. Oops. I'll figure something out. What we're gonna do? Disregard my A team. We're putting my F team. But unfortunately, my F team comprises of level 40. Everyone in my squad is at least level 40. Every single person is level 40. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna conscript from a really weak friend. I have no weak friends. All my friends are strong. What the hell? Alright, I'll conscript from my best friend then. I'll take hit. You know what? No. I'll take his weakest doll. There we go. I'll take that. Flexes. Bro, this ain't even a flex. I'm actually far behind but many of my friends. In fact, out of my friends, I am probably the second or third weakest. This is the opposite of a flex. This is me just showing my fucking plays. But we're gonna clown on these fools. Alright, let's take the canon story team. Let's get Karariku. Let's get Nemesis. And let's get my wife, TM. Well, one of my wife. I have more than one wife, TM. Emphasis on the TM. Because Kolfin, my beloved, but Lada is literally my type. Like, if I met Lada in real life, I would unironically try to marry her. If I met Kolfin in my life, I would just befriend her because she not only reminds me of me, but also of my sister, and I refuse to elaborate any more than that. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna set this to 1 speed and autoplay it so I can actually yap about stuff. Here we go. The event music is great, by the way. Let me try to remember what I wanted to talk about. I I really like the lore and stuff in the Girls Frontline universe. Sister, I hardly know her. I was in someone's chat last night. That was my main joke, and I could tell she was both getting annoyed, but I kept it at that fine line between I'm annoyed at you telling the same joke over and over again, and oh my god, this is actually like so bad, it's funny and I can't help but laugh. That is a very fine line that takes decades of precision practice to do that I don't have. That said, every time I hit her with the water, I hardly know her. It was funny. She thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. It's fine. I can eat now. Okay. I can finally eat my food. This is fine. I've barely eaten all day. I noticed something when I was putting on my work pants on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday. Because water is wet. Anyone who argues water is wet, I just say, oh, so you're an overthinker. Understandable, have a great day. But, pants. I was tightening my belt buckle, and, you know, regular, like, leather belts, they have those, like, holes in them that you put the buckle through, and that's how you measure how tight it is. I put mine through the second belt buckle, but I noticed it was, like, a snug fit instead of being slightly loose. So I'm like, well shit, I'm getting fat. This is terrible. I'm sad now, so now I'm trying to eat less. Now, the problem with me getting fat is it means I'm not as depressed, because when I get depressed, I just don't eat at all. So, oh, we're back with this story. Let me finish this fucking tangent. When I get depressed, I just don't eat, and that's where my weight loss comes from. So the fact that I'm actually gaining weight is demonstrating how not depressed I've been lately, so if anything, this should be a win, but it's not. I do have an active plan that I've already put into motion to get my weight back into place, and yeah, no, it does not just involve starving myself, don't worry. I take good care of I try to take good care of myself, there we go. Haha! Can't be a VTuber if you take good care of yourself, so gotta keep myself in check. Take a sip of tea and prepare with the story. After eliminating the Ilids within the area, Daiyan contacts the railway police officer over the radio. Officer, this area is clear. There's a breach in the quarantine wall here, and there are elevated levels of collapsed radiation at our position. Please warn any nearby humans not to approach it. Understood, thank you. I've already contacted the nearby railway units for support. Please ensure no Ilids get through on your side until they arrive. Alright, leave it to us. Also, you'd best not pass through the quarantine wall and head outside. You might run into something bad out there. Is there a problem over there? We've received reports of unidentified groups being active there, and a lot of people have gone missing recently. Boojum sightings have been increasing recently, and there are rumors about a cult operating nearby, so you'd best not get involved. Thank you for the reminder. We'll pay attention to this. Jiang Yu puts her weapon down and stretches lazily. What the heck? These Ilids are wimps! Agreed. They were level 15. On one hand, I'm glad that they made the event very beginner friendly, so people who weren't playing since day one will have a chance to complete the event. On the other hand, why couldn't they do that with Sojourners of the Glass Island? Holy fuck. That event ripped your face off. Like, everybody was like 10 levels under-leveled at least, simply because they put like a mid-game event as the very first event after launch. Like, please. It was a kick-ass event, don't get me wrong. Like, easily still my favorite Girls Frontline event. I mean, we've only had 3 events, including this one. But, honestly, Sojourners left probably the best possible first impression of a story event in a gacha game that I've ever played. Which is saying a lot. No, it's not, because I've only played this and Girls Frontline 1 in terms of playing gacha games for the story and what. Fuck it. What the heck? These humans are wimps! After seeing all those humans running scared, I thought we'd encounter some big monster! We're lucky that we didn't run into that big monster. I really, really, really hope she becomes a playable doll later. Oh my god, please, please! In before she dies. No, I did not just jinx it. Ah! She died. Okay. There's another explosion, which sounds like it came from much closer this time. It gives Jiang Yu a fright. Oh no, she got spooked. What? Another explosion? Did more Elids sneak in? There's no way these Mook Elids could have caused so much damage. That Boojum might be nearby. If it was a Boojum, we'd have heard its roars. That is true. We'll head over and take a look. We need to completely clear this area of threats. I mean, no you don't. It's not your job. It's just, you just so happen to have the ability to do so. The dolls warily approached the origin of the explosion just now, but the thick smoke it left in its wake hasn't completely dispersed yet. Fortunately, they don't hear the howling of Elids. Apart from the sounds of burning and the wind blowing, everything is silent. After making their way through the smoke, they see the breach in the quarantine wall not far ahead. The surroundings are a mess. And an invisible collapse particles are streaming in through the breach. The dolls are stunned by the extent of the devastation here. However, what truly shocks them is that there's something that most definitely does not belong in a place like this right in the middle of the breach. Big sis! There's someone lying on the ground! Daiyan looks over and sees a girl with blue hair on the ground. Her hands are tightly clenched around her weapon, and there are 3 strange spheres circling her. No way! There can't be another one! The spheres glow with blue light, and the heat boiling off of them makes the surrounding air ripple. It's plain to see that the previous destruction was their work. Is that a doll? Daiyan slowly approaches the doll on the ground, but Xiaohui immediately steps up to stop her. Wait a minute, don't go over. Daiyan looks at the fallen doll. Spheres have changed position and begin glowing in response to her approach. Looks like they might attack at any moment. Is that some kind of autonomous defense system? Huh? Why would a doll have something like that? The last time we saw something like that was around 10 years ago, right? Just as the dolls come to a halt, the spheres suddenly flash with light before flying rapidly in the opposite direction from Daiyan and company. Those spheres flew off! Does that mean it's safe? Your logic pathways sure are simple. What if it's another trap? I'm not picking up any other threats on it for the moment. That doll looks like she's crashed. Watch her surroundings. I'm going to try and reboot her. You want to do it here? Can't we just haul her back to the train station and be done with it? I have some questions for her. For some reason, I get the feeling that we have something in common. Is this related to the past you were talking about? The reason that we couldn't know about ahead of time? Yes, that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm sure there's a reason that we've all come all the way here. While Jiang Yu looks a little confused, she nods toward Daiyan anyway. After seeing the 2 dolls scan their surroundings, Daiyan begins working on the doll. He carefully turns the doll's body over and finds their connection port, Lude. He attempts to connect to the other doll's neural cloud, and its firewall structure seems strangely familiar to her. Are you alright, big sis? Since when did you become an electronic warfare specialist? Connecting to her was easy. The IFF handshake protocol she uses is the same as ours. The same? How could it be the same? She's got the same IFF data as you. Haven't you figured out why yet? Was she and Griffin too? But then, why don't I remember her at all? You'll have your answer when she wakes up. Daiyan breaks the connection and gets to her feet. The other 2 dolls approach her, waiting for the doll's neural cloud to finish rebooting. As she looks at the doll before her, Daiyan has a rough idea of what to expect. Oh, bait and switch! I saw Colfin, I'm like, oh my god, it's Colfin! She's the blue-haired doll, but they left us on a cliffhanger! I can't believe they done this. Wow. Why? I'm so mad. Let's go gambling! We're gambling. We gamba. Okay. Well, this is fine. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Kinda dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Ooh. I got my wife. Let's fucking go. I got another wife. Let's go. Literally my type. Let's go. Now the funny thing is, I don't even give her this gun. I give her a different gun. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I can't be mad about this. This is good. Our wife? You think I share? Sir. In any case, I think now is a good time to take a break. Give me a chance to eat food, get more tea, do stuff. I'll be back. I'm gonna be streaming a bit more. Also, full disclosure, we're probably not gonna finish the story today, but I feel like finishing it tomorrow. Actually, wait, no. Damn. I'll think about it. I was thinking about changing the stream tomorrow to be finishing the event story. Because the main problem, I don't want these to accumulate. And yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll play through as much story as I can tomorrow, or rather today. And then tomorrow's stream is going to be kind of a marathon stream of me playing through the rest of the story and hard mode, getting those vouchers done. In any case, wait, is hard mode even open yet? Wait. Unlock supply mode stages. Oh yeah, it unlocks once I clear the story, so the sooner I clear the story, the better. In any case, I'm gonna hit y'all with the BRB, so BRB, and when I come back, we will continue with more of the story. came back just in time with the music. Very cool. I didn't plan that. But here we go. Let's continue with the story. Let's see. Alright, so I think because there's 9 story nodes, I think making it to 1-4 would be... Woo. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Oh, we have to... You have to fight sextons already. Okay. For a crisis to turn around, all it takes is a witch's stroke across the sandbox. Okay, full disclosure, I just ate some spicy food, because y'all know how much I love spicy food. Speaking a lot, like, ignites the spice. So every time I speak, I get, my mouth, like, lights up in a tiny bit of flame. Which, I'm not sure how to feel about. But, it's okay, I have more tea. Let's continue. Sitting in front of one of the big drop windows besides the main console, blowing on my cup. As I sip the revolting instant coffee, I think how to handle the upcoming situation. I have mixed feelings about instant coffee. If it's the only coffee available, I will drink it with a smile on my face. If it's not the only coffee available, and you offer me instant coffee, I'll be like, how much of a hassle would it be for me to make a better coffee for myself using the stuff we have on hand? And I'd see if I can make myself my own coffee at that point. If the coffee isn't instant, but it's garbage, I would compare it to instant coffee. Case in point, I think one time on an airplane, I had airplane coffee, and it was, Anyway! Heredias had been sighted. Dolls like Sextons and Darcher have attacked us. And then there's the recent transmission. All this makes me sink deep into thought. No, this is actually perfect. This is like, I think right after some time... Wait, I'm trying to picture in the timeline. Because Sextons and Darcher did attack us. We are looking for a Heredias. So I think this is like right after Chapter 7. So I guess this event story comes right after Chapter 7, probably. So, I guess post-Chapter 7 spoilers? While I'm trying to sort things out in my head, something in my heart is protesting. So the past has caught up with me at last. Just then, Mei Ling opens the door to the ops room, walking toward me as she works her tablet. Upon hearing me mutter to myself, Mei Ling puts down her tablet in curiosity and speaks to me. I'm so used to her speaking! Why do I gotta voice Mei Ling? Ah, okay. What were you talking about, Commander? It's nothing. Just an adult's pointless grumbling. Wait, is she not an adult? She drinks. What the fuck? How's that doll? Are you talking about Sextons? Yes, I will always say it like that. She's already inside the doll repair bay. Wait a minute. When the fuck does this take place? We captured Sextons? Is this Chapter 8 spoilers? Okay. Cool. I just ran the first round of comprehensive system diagnostics on her. Looks like she's been very badly damaged. Most of it wasn't from Leader, though. Just what on earth happened to her before this? I wish someone could tell me that. Let's just bring her in and do some basic repairs on her. We'll have to watch her around the clock, though. Yeah, Leader Groza said so too. He's already arranged for rotating shifts to the man's security cameras, and we'll have dolls stationed at the repair bay. Alright then, I can rest easy knowing Groza is handling things. I hate my Mei Ling voice. Oh my god, I need to find a better voice. I don't have a better voice, the only voice I have is my own. No! Ah, Commander! What's going on? Are you really gonna bring Helena out with you again? Ever since we brought Helena back from Heredias, she hasn't been feeling too well. We can't let people keep pursuing us. It's not enough just to keep Helena safe. We need to gather more information and launch an adequate counterattack. I know that, but I'm just worried. Don't worry, Mei Ling. Everything will get better. If there's anything Shiki-kan is good at, it's making promises. Really? Maybe. For some reason, the look in your eyes seems different than before. Different? In the past, you always had a kind of smile on your face. But ever since you got involved with Paradius, your eyes have started looking kind of scary. I fake a cough to hide my accidental display of emotion. I can't show emotions. I'm the commander. After seeing the worried look in Mei Ling's eyes, I make a show of shrugging to try and calm her down. 3 shrugs. Sorry, Mei Ling. I think I recalled something from the past. Don't worry, I won't put the others in danger. I won't let this happen again. My words don't sound the least bit reassuring, but fortunately Mei Ling doesn't probe further into it. Well, if you say so, Commander. I nod to Mei Ling, and Mei Ling nods back, though whether or not she actually understands remains in question. How are things on Colfine's end? If Helena's alright, can you have Colfine let me speak to her for a bit? They ought to be in the medical room. Should I go over and take a look? Yeah, please pass the message on. Mei Ling nods to me, then turns to leave the ops room. After watching Mei Ling leave, I take a look at myself through my reflection in the window glass. Am I really that scary? I have 1 mirror in my house, and I do whatever it takes for me to not ever have to look into it. Do what you want with that information. It seems the ripples which that transmission set off in my heart were bigger than I expected. My regrets over the past surged to the fore, along with my hopes for the future. Before, I had not been willing to recall the past, and neither did I dare dream about change in the future. Right now, however, all the thoughts hidden in my heart are bursting out uncontrollably into my mind. Perhaps I had been trapped in the events from 10 years ago all this time. I look into the glass again, and my face does seem a little twisted. I should drink some coffee to cover it up. I would drink my tea, but it's piping hot and I would burn myself. Thanks, What the Mug. Ah, that's hot! Okay. Annoyed, I put down my mug, and I catch sight of the nearby control terminal. I had heard the news that I'd tied my heart up in knots there just half a day ago. Rub my temples, and I begin recalling the events from back then. Flashback. No time to backtrace, and no time for repair either. I've only been able to go through basic maintenance on everyone. Sexton's is out there, and the storm here is bad. We'll be alright, right, Commander? Groza! Enemy number confirmed to be just 1. Is it Sexton's? Yes. A burst of static comes through the comms, making it difficult to make out what Groza's saying. It's just her? No other Paradius combat units? No. Enemy confirmed to have left combat area. She retreated? She's remaining outside of her firing range and is not leaving. There's a new communications request! Caller unknown! Put it through. Groza, stay alert. Mei Ling displays the new comms window on the projection screen. I walk up to the projection screen. Good day. I find myself looking at Sexton, who's wearing a hood. I cannot be certain if the collapse storm is affecting the signal reception or if Sexton's vocalization module is damaged, but her words are very choppy, and the simple greetings took her seconds to get out. A terrible day. This should be the first time I've seen you in the flesh. Sexton's chasing us here, tailing us. What do you want? And my name? You know who I am. Please tell me. Still trying these childish tricks on us? Sexton's making no reply or any sort of movement. She looks like a static image pasted on the projection screen. Rosa, sit rep. No abnormalities. No movement from enemy unit. I have no time for this. Groza, get rid of her. Tell me. Sexton takes off her hood, revealing her exposed circuitry, protruding eyeballs, and mangled metallic hardware. Oh, she's fucked up. You roll authorization. Unlock. Limit. Tell me. Give me the order, Commander! A new comms request! Encrypted channel! Caller is Light the Dawn Shining Edge in hand? Put it through. Commander! Lena, what's wrong? You busy, Commander? It's nothing, just a battle. A doll called Saxton showed up again, although she looks a little weird. Well, if you need me to deal with her, I got a handy little helper that can lend you. A handy little helper. Is the commander who conquered far and wide back then having this much trouble with a single doll? Looks like the good stuff Persica was talking about isn't doing that much good after all. Voice. Could it be? That's right! It's Miss Dandelion! She had the urgent business with you, so I activated the emergency communication system! Is now not a good time to talk, Commander? Normally, that would be the case, but it would be a different matter if she could lend us a hand. Lena picks up on my meeting and opens a link window. Dandelion's image instantly projects out of the comm terminal. Dandelion is still the same as she was 10 years ago, still acting all smug even at a critical moment. Still, since she's come knocking on my door, there's gotta be something she needs me to do for her. It would be more efficient to let her take care of this emergency until then. So she is SF! God damn it! It was so fucking obvious! Why was I questioning myself? It's fine. You really don't stand on ceremony, do you, Commander? You're always having me clean up a big mess for you. Well, I'm sure it's not a big loss for the great and powerful Dandelion to help us out, right? Alright then, what's the problem now? I suddenly realized it's been a long time since we last spoke like this, but I ended up taking this tone with her anyway. For some reason, I'm not worried about at all that she'll be repulsed by my attitude. In fact, even her seemingly mocking tone is putting me at ease. As expected, Dandelion smiles in the familiar yet annoying way. Every time I see that smile, I just know she must be laughing like a hyena deep down inside her virtual cognition image. But at the same time, I know she'll step in to solve my issues. The best kind of friend, unironically. That is literally the relationship I have with at least 2 of my friends. I drag the video message Groza sent back into the comm window. Dandelion instantly recognizes the person within it. Is this the 3rd generation doll Saxton's? You know her? I found the information on her easily enough in the Nofma databases. He's the Gerard Group's newest product in their pride and joy. I can see why it's a pride. A 3rd generation doll? Oh, just like Ro then? Yo, it's Ro! Ro! Her hardware is a little more advanced, but from a design standpoint, all I can say that she's got nothing more than a crude copy. In short, way worse than Ro. Yo! Copy? Forget it, that's not important. Although she looks pretty messed up, her fighting power still poses a major threat to us. What should we do? The best way to deal with a fake is the real thing, of course. If I'm not wrong, you've acquired remolding pattern technology already, right? Have you used it yet? Mei Ling? I've outfitted Leader Groza and the others with remolding patterns, but for some reason, maximum burst output is stuck at 68%. If I could enter the Elmo systems, I might be able to solve the problem of the remolding pattern's limited output. And then your squad's combat power will rise like whoosh, and then he'll one-shot that Sextance before dragging her frame back. I'm sure a 3rd gen doll's NeuroCloud contains lots of info on the Gerard Group. If you let me take care of it, I could crack it just like that. Sounds good to me! What could possibly go wrong? Groza, keep a safe distance from Sextance! Dandelion can boost the maximum output of your remolding pattern. Once that's done, take her out and recover that frame. Dandelion? Can we trust her? She's an old friend. In any case, we'll upgrade it ASAP. Once I give the word, launch the attack. Understood. We'll keep our distance and stand by for further instructions. Rose's team begins falling back as I signal to Dandelion to work as fast as she can. Miss Mei Ling, are you the Elmo's adjutant? Will you allow me to enter the Elmo systems? Well... You can enter without asking her, you know. Good manners are very important for girls, Commander. You're always breaking your subordinates' hearts because you keep forgetting that. You're Miss Dandelion, right? How are you planning to get into the Elmo systems? You need to tell me whether I can come in first. Commander! It's alright. She's probably more familiar with the Elmo than we are, and we need to get the upgrade done ASAP. Then please come in, Miss Dandelion! As you wish. The Elmo shakes violently and the lights sway as well. The monitors of the command console begin to throw off sparks. Ailing nervously sucks a breath in, terrified that she's just made the wrong decision. I pat her on the back, indicating that she shouldn't be worried. However, she looks at me with nervous eyes. Soon, the monitors and lights go back to normal, and Daiyan must be back. All the modules have been cared for very well. Looks like Miss Mailing's more capable than I expected. Are you in our systems already? Oh yes, I booted up a data backup from 10 years ago, and thanks to the massive data center on the Elmo and the nearby signal beacon, I managed to update part of my virtual cognition images data. Once it completely fuses with me, we'll all be happy campers here together. I palm my face. The scenario I least wanted to see has come to pass. I practically imagine the tragic days ahead of us. Wait, a backup from 10 years ago? Have you been to the Elmo before, Miss Dandelion? Well, that's a long story. You see, 10 years ago, the commander of yours, who's leisurely sitting over there, used little old me as a vehicle support AI and had me slave and labor for them all day long. Hey! Isn't that the same as me? What I mean is that you helped keep the Elmo running in the past as well? Oh, don't worry. I'll take on a big chunk of your workload. However, the priority right now is to get the remolding pattern up and running. Mailing, have you connected the remolding pattern's back-end systems to the Elmo? Yes! I need you to open the database and give me the necessary authorization so I can go through the past data. Commander, can you give me a minute? I'll let you handle it. Looks like it's time for me to talk then, right? Lena, where's Callan? I was just about to get Miss Callan. Dandelion and Miss Callan have already contacted me. Seems there's been a change in the situation, so Helena's destination will need to be altered a little. So we're not going to Kiev? Our prior decisions might have been leaked, and Miss Callan's still looking for its source. Until then, we'll be transferring Helena to a reliable group. Right now, the Gerard group has their eye on the Elmo. Having Helena remain on the Elmo would be too dangerous for both her and the Elmo. It is a pretty high-profile vehicle. So, got any specifics about the plan? I'll explain later. In any case, there is much work for you to do, Commander. If just listing all that work takes longer than a minute, it seems I'll need to mentally prepare myself. Commander, I finished analyzing the problems with the remolding pattern. You want to hear about them? Go ahead. That's amazing! I can't believe she took care of everything in less than a minute! Any problem that can be covered by the Elmo's processing power is not a problem at all. I made some deductions based on the data and found that the data on the plants and growths and the others' remolding patterns was inaccurate, which led to them not being able to absorb collapse particles at full efficiency. Fully resolving this issue will require sample calibration data. That sort of thing can wait until later. Right now, I've performed some simple simulated calibrations. That should bring the remolding pattern's output from 68 up to 85%. Still not a full output, but that should be more than enough to deal with that third-generation doll. Has it already been done? You can use it right away. Understood. Rosa, check your remolding pattern. Can you raise its output to 85%? Yes, the remolding pattern's maximum output has been increased. Commander, should I continue with the attack on Saxtons? Your orders are unchanged. Take her down and recover the frame. Understood. Executing now. Alright, we're going in. You know what? Alright, it's time to call on friend support once more. Who's got a Groza? Let's make this canonically accurate. No one put Groza on because everyone has her. Very cool. Okay. Alright. Who should I support? You know what? Let's support 2K. Let's bring 2K's into the battle. These guys are only level 16. So it's time for me to yap again. Oh boy. Whoops. Yep. No, I hit the right button. Alright, can I defeat a level 16 Sextons with stupidly overpowered dolls? I know what Sextons does. I really like Sexton's design though. Like when I first saw her, I'm all like, oh my god, are you a villain? Because I really like you, and if you're gonna be a recurring character, that's gonna be wonderful. But yeah, her design and personality is probably like her personality as a villain is one of my favorites, actually. She's very calm, collected, and just, like, focused. While she's surrounded by villains who like to gloat 24/7, she's, like, laser focused on the mission. And her trash talk is objective. Like, But yeah. Also, fighting sextons, I will admit, her, I struggled with her battle in the Sojourners event. Or rather, that mini-game event where you were trekking through the maps. I struggled with it simply because, like, figuring out how to handle her battle, it takes some mathing, I think. Like, it's tricky. Because your first instinct is to either completely ignore the things she spawns, or... Oh, she's dead. Commander, we've recovered Saxton's frame. Estimated 20 minutes until we get back to the Elmo. Thank you, you've done well. Take care on the way back. Understood, we're heading out. Well, that's Leader Groza for ya. She one-shotted that doll the moment she got an upgrade. That's actually, it was Nemesis, but okay. I didn't expect someone who chased new trends as much as you would bring along an old subordinate, Commander. I'm not a trend chaser. And you can clip that, I'm not a trend chaser. Really now? But then why don't I see a single familiar face? Shouldn't you be the one who best knows for the reason for that and best understands what happened back then, Dandelion? Oh, of course I understand. Is there anyone who understands you better than me, Commander? Them's marriage words, you better be careful. I simply thought your reaction when I phrased it that way would be very amusing. Naturally, I understand that you're bound by the limitations of the Mephisto agreement, because some people are so terrified of you that the thought of you not being separated from those cute little dolls of yours keeps them up at night. And here I thought you had wasted away to the point where you'd gotten used to those days of drifting with the wind. You didn't have to say that. What's this, Commander? Are you mad? Frustrated? Wroth, even? I look down and away from her. There is no response. I know that I'm not angry. Rather, the fact that she has hit the nail on the head has left me feeling a little guilty instead. All this while, I thought that I'd completed my mission, so I didn't want to experience those despair-inducing things again. Things like watching my friends die and sacrificing my subordinates. Damn! Still, despite everything we did, everything was sacrificed. Radius is still around. My mission was a failure. Then what even was the point of everything I did back then? As I ponder this, the regrets I've been hiding in the depths of my heart surge to the fore again. It's not like I don't understand how you feel. Maybe a new beginning might not be so bad after all. Perhaps those subordinates of yours could come back and work for you again. A new beginning? What kind of beginning? Perhaps we could start with a teeny tiny accident. I don't have time for your riddles. Aw, you wound me. I guess little Miss Nine will have to explain then. Lena? It's like this. Callan had an idea and she wants you to meet up with 404 after this. 404! The 404 is really not found. 404 not found. Can't believe this. You mean with 45 and the others? No, Leva. That is to say, 45 is still on a mission with Miss Callan now. Blue Guy's heading to 404 now. Ah, Blue Guy's... I know, she's 416. She's finally become 404's leader like she always wanted. Haha, yes! Blue Guy and her team are on a mission, and Callan was hoping you could send the squad over to back them up in case something dangerous happened. That way, you'll be making contact with them through a request posted by the Nomfa. Doing that shouldn't cause too many problems. Got it. Give me the coordinates and the time. I'll prepare for it. Well, it's not too urgent. Their mission is still in the preparation phase. They'll let you know if they need support. Also, there's something else which is more important. Like I said earlier, Helena needs to get to live. Live? That's right. The Non-Military Forces Administration has forces under its complete control there, including hospitals and comprehensive care units. However, Miss Callan wants to bring her in via the Intercontinental Railway. Sending her via the Elmo would attract too much attention. Considering her past experiences, it's not like the Intercontinental Railway is that much safer. Last time, it was because there was a problem with the pickup at your destination. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again. But you didn't actually encounter any difficulties on your way there via train, right, Commander? That's true. Well, the Intercontinental Railway and the cities it passes through might not be 100% safe. At least the enemy won't be able to attack them so openly. In comparison, moving through the contamination zones is riskier. I suppose that's true. Thing is, while I can still ensure Helena's safety on the Elmo, I'm not confident of bringing her without an adequate escort. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. There are tons of dolls everywhere who are willing to help you out. Who knows, you might end up encountering lots of friends on the road to Viv. Encounters, you say? I mean, a random encounter technically isn't a violation of the agreement, right? Of course, if you can get Helena to safety, it's not like there's no way to deal with Mephisto. Am I correct in understanding that this is a condition for the deal? Deal is such an ugly word. I have nothing but good intentions for you, Commander. The more you say that, the more I'm thinking there's some pit trap out there waiting for me to fall into it. Of course, the right to decide is still in your hands. If you're satisfied with your lifestyle of running away, you are of course free to reject my request. As long as you're really alright with that. I frowned, then finished the last of the coffee. That was literally an earthbound coffee break! For some reason, that memory fills me with displeasure. Although I became used to Dandelion's attitude 10 years ago, I'm particularly irked by how she's acting this time around. I glance at my watch. Just as I think someone ought to be coming over, there's a ding from the lift. Wife! Sorry, reflex. Commander! Mei Ling told me you wanted to see Helena, so I brought her here. Where's Mei Ling? A diner gate called her away. Apparently she needs to fix something. More of Dandelion's tricks. Never mind, I won't bother about them for now. I focus my attention on Helena, who's in front of me now. Although she just woke up, she doesn't look well. Helena, are you okay? Commander! Just now! Scary! Felt like something was getting into my head. Like I was remembering something, but I can't remember what. Yo, she's learning language really fast to make complete sentences like this. Goddamn. Woo! As Helena's eyes fill up with tears, my hand moves on its own to pat her head. My heart is aching for some reason. I feel that. Kolfin, is there anything wrong with Helena's body? Apart from the bruises where Krolik hit her, their vital signs have improved considerably. Oh my god, child abuse. Still, Helena was acting a little strangely back then. There might be something that the Elmo's equipment can't detect. Damn, AI learns fast. She's not an AI, she's a real human being! Ah! She's just special! To me! And literally the entire enemy forces! That's so. I think for a bit, and I make up my mind. Helena. I wipe away Helena's tears and speak to her in the kindest voice I can manage. Don't be scared, Helena. I'll take you to a safe place this time. It'll be a place where you'll never feel scared like that again. A safe place? Yep. Safer than the Elmo, even. Not true! Elmo is the safest! You don't believe me? Commander, I believe, but... Commander, are you going to take Helena away from the Elmo? Yep. Helen gave us a new pickup point at Lviv. As you know, it's within Nofma's sphere of influence. It also has a place where Helena can get treatment, so we need to get there safely ASAP. Yeah, the Elmo has a medical center, but we're not a hospital. You may not be a hospital, but you certainly cure me every night. I said that out loud. In any case, sending Helena there would definitely be better for her. However, if we're going to a city, Helena might end up suffering organ failure like before. That's definitely an issue. I'll head back and consult with Helena on the situation of that. If you made up your mind to go, then I'll go with you. After all, I am a medical doll, and if anything happens to Helena along the way, I can deal with it immediately. Golfin, you coming too? Yep. I need to accompany Helena. That way you'll feel much more at ease too. After hearing Golfin's words, Helena immediately throws up her arms in approval. Same, actually. Yay! Golfin is great! I like Golfin. Yo, same. I had pat this comment. So don't worry about a thing. We'll head out with you, Commander. Commander, is this really all right? You leave it to me. I'll make sure you'll be fine. Helena remains silent for a long while before she finally nods and agrees to my request. I'll give Helena some anti-degeneration medicine, then give her another checkup. A real degenerate she is, pun intended. Good point. I'll take care of Helena then. Golfin nods, then leads Helena out of the room with a smile on her face. I exhale and think. And I pick up my communicator and describe the situation to Groza. What do you think, leader? My opinion is the same as before. Helena was exposed to the Nitos, so we can't ensure her safety with our own present firepower if she continues staying on the vehicle. Since Miss Helena has made arrangements to receive Helena, we should send her to her destination and complete the assignment ASAP. Finish it ASAP, huh? I rub my temples. I know Groza is trying to say without her having to actually put it into words. Maybe forgetting about the past would make things easier for me, but for some reason, I know I can't do that. I tell Groza what's on my mind. As expected, she expresses her opposition to my idea. Commander, we have very few dolls on hand. Carrying out 2 missions at once would be too much for us. We won't be able to support Squad 404 if we have to cover both you and Helena as well. Meeting up with Squad 404 would be an excellent opportunity for us. They're very good fighters and would be greatly improve our combat capabilities. Then, Helena. My plan is that Golfin, Helena, and I will travel along the route Lena gave us while you stay behind and secure the Elmo. According to Lena, 404's situation isn't too urgent, so we'll back them up once we finish escorting Helena. So you won't need me to escort you, Commander? No, there's no need for that. We still have Sextons on the Elmo. We don't know what her deal is, so I can't be at ease if you're not on the Elmo. Also, using firearms will be troublesome once we enter a city, which will make your strengths very hard to employ. Someone like Golfin, who's good at interacting with humans, is better suited for the task of escorting Helena. Bedside manner is massive. And I actually did kind of learn a bit for math tutoring back in the day. Because dealing one-on-one with very stressed and pained individuals, even if it's mental stress and pain, it takes a special bedside manner, and it goes a very long way. Dandelion is decrypting Sexton's neural cloud, but it'll take some time to finish. We can use this time to hurry over to the train station. You don't like the idea. Rosa doesn't reply right away, unlike how she would normally. I suddenly realize what I said now might have made her unhappy. However, Groza is not silent for long. She speaks to me in her usual tone. Understood, Commander. Let me do the planning. I don't have her, but it's fine. I don't need her yet. Fine. Probably. Alright, we are making okay progress. This is gonna be a longer stream. Actually, yeah, I can go a little longer tonight. It's fine. Just a little bit longer. Just complete, event, the 4th level. The fallen doll's neurocloud seems to have successfully rebooted. She shakes her head and struggles to prop herself up. Daiyan gently helps to support her into a sitting position. Are you alright? It is! It actually is! I got double bait and switched! I think I'm fine. Where am I? You're just outside an intercontinental railway station. What's your name? My name is Golfin. The doll called Golfin slowly comes to her senses. Then she seems to realize something and begins casting a searching gaze around herself. Commander! Helena! Helena? Commander? There's nobody else around except the dolls. Golfin looks like she's about to cry. Daiyan looks just as shocked as Jiang Yu, but she patiently waits for Golfin to calm down. The last thing I remember is the Boojum charging at me. Did you guys save me? The Boojum was gone by the time we arrived, and Big Sis helped reboot your neural cloud. I see. I don't know how to thank you for your help. We were just doing what we had to. The important thing is that you're okay. Ah, about that commander you mentioned. Could you tell me more about them? The commander? Why are you asking me about the commander? Perhaps the commander you're talking about is the same one I know. We might be able to help each other out. Can you tell us more about this person so we can verify them? I don't know the commander had so many old friends. Wolfine mutters to herself. These people don't seem like a bad lot, and she does need help. After some soul searching, Colfine decides to reveal a bit of information. The commander is the person who commands us. That was completely accurate and 100% useless. Yes, I should be saying this. The commander is a bounty hunter who drives a mobile base vehicle around and takes assignments from all over the place, although they hardly make any money. The MBV! Is this MBV called the Elmo? Huh? How did you know that? Daiyan and Jiangyu exchange looks. Could it be? Seems like it. Colfine, we were once tactical dolls who served under the commander of Griffin and Cougar PMC. Griffin? Does that mean you used to be subordinates of the commander? Upon hearing Colfine's words, Daiyan is now certain that she's talking about the very same commander that she knows. That's right. Pardon me for not introducing myself. My name's Daiyan. This is my little sister, known as Jiangyu. We used to be tactical dolls from Griffin. This is Jiahui. While she was not in Griffin, she's very reliable and is a friend of ours. Jiangyu and Jiahui wave to Colfine. So please believe us when we say that we do wish to help you. Miss Colfine, can you tell us what happened just now? Colfine glances at the dolls and decides to believe in them. Then she quickly explains what just happened. Duh. Minor spelling mistake! We were attacked by an unknown force on our way to the train station, and as we were exchanging fire with them, a Boojum suddenly appeared. I think I passed out after the Boojum attack. I thought my frame would be shredded. I certainly didn't expect my functions to be all normal. There were 3 floating spheres around you just now. They flew away when we approached you. Floating spheres? Did Helena save me? Helena? You mentioned that name too, in addition to the commander. Who is that? Why is there something as fancy as an automated defense system here? I can't tell you that. Colfine shakes her head. She clearly doesn't trust them. But we saved your life! Daiyan looks at Colfine and realizes that further questioning is pointless. More importantly, there are other, more pressing questions she wants to ask. Leaving that aside for the moment, do you know where the commander is now? The commander managed to avoid the Boojum's attack just now. I'm sure the commander would look for Helena if they were alright. Maybe the 2 of them are together. Can we track their location? Yes, we can! I planted a tracker on Helena. Colfine fiddles through the terminal and the sounds it makes indicates that it's running normally. Thank goodness. It's working fine. Hang on. Helena's actually pretty close by. But this location, it's underground. Colfine doesn't wait for the dolls to answer before she runs off towards Helena's coordinates. The group catches up with Colfine, and after passing through the broken quarantine wall, Colfine goes a good long way before she finally comes to a halt. There's a wrecked shutter leading underground at the location where Colfine stopped. Shutter is built behind a small hill. Half of it is below ground level and is practically invisible from afar. Shutter's outer camouflage had been blasted to bits. It was once the size of a cinema theater screen, but now it's nothing but ruined fragments that have been blasted inward, as though something huge had torn through it. Looking at this ripping and tearing, did that Boojum flee in there? There's weird slime on the ground. Looks like it went in there. Those spheres flew this way too. Maybe they went inside. The Boojum might have brought Helena here, but with her defense system, Helena ought to be fine. Colfine wrings her hands, doing her best not to let her thoughts wander towards the worst. Daiyan gently pats her on the shoulder, hoping to calm her down. Miss Colfine, things will be all right. Besides, the commander is here, right? Yeah. Colfine nods. She quietly mouths the words in her heart until she can calm down and function normally. The dolls approach the destroyed shutter. The interior is extremely spacious, and it seems to lead to an underground passage. This underground entrance! It has got to be some kind of shady facility! Looks like it's a secret passage built to smuggle people past the quarantine wall. Why is this secret passage so big? It's big enough for vehicles to pass through, and considering how close it is to the train station, it must have been built by a really powerful broker. Can underground brokers really do that? How do you think they transport the really big pieces of merchandise? All this can't just be a coincidence. Dan remembers that reminder that the railway police officer just gave them. That, combined with the fact that anything involving the commander is bound to be complicated, makes her think that they need to be exceptionally careful with their next move. Is this Helena's location in the depths of the passage? From their coordinates, they seem to be far below us. Perhaps there's another facility below. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but could you please help me find the commander or Helena? Dan looks at the pleading look in Colfine's eyes, and then at her two companions. Looks like your instincts are as accurate as ever, Daiyan. Of course! I'm overjoyed to be able to see the commander again! Daiyan turns back and nods to Colfine, replying in the affirmative. If we can help the commander, then we'll certainly be inclined to help you. Please guide us to them. Thank you! Colfine gazes into the black depths of the... Oh! Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty, come on. The cat's here. Hold on. This stream is about to get interrupted by cat cam. Let me. Jamie, pull up cat cam. Give me a second. Cat cam intermission. Here we go. My cat is here. Get this out of the way. Hey, kitty. Hey, you're on stream. Come on. There she is. Real cat cam gamers. She just jumped up onto my table and was like, hey, let me sit on you. So here she is. There we go. Let me see if I can angle her better. There we go. Now you can now you can see her. Oh, kitty kitty. I can finally move my face. Night is made. I mean, I've already been having a good night, but this is cat. I'm not angling the camera up. Can you like lower yourself like you normally do? So. Oh, she's purring. You can't hear her, but she is purring. She is loving this. Oh, she's gonna love this. Then let me get the brush. Oh, she loves the cat brush. Yes! Cat brush. Loves cat brush. Oh. Now, gently but firmly. That is how you brush the kitty. Gently but firmly. Okay. Oh! So yes, this is my cat. If you don't know my cat, this is my cat. Say hi to cat. Cat cam. I like to joke that she's the only girl in my life who loves me. It's a joke. But at the same time, it's a joke I like telling, so I'm gonna tell it. In any case, this stream has been successfully interrupted by CatCam. Thank you, CatCam. Very CatCam. Very cool. Hey! Yeah, I love you too. Are you gonna lay down and get comfy, or are you just gonna sit there? Get comfy. We're gonna be here a while. Actually, I could keep the CatCam up. Let me, Okay, so if I head back to the game scene, let me, fiddle with OBS. If I do this, and I hit this button, we get CatCam. We get live CatCam as we play the game. This is wonderful. Okay, very cool. So, so long as my cat is here, we get CatCam. Alright, CatCam it is. Put back into the game. Wolfine gazes into the black depths of the passage and struggles to swallow the fear in her heart. She then descends the coordinates to Daiyan and company before turning on her flashlight and venturing on forth. Wait, was that the last text box? Yes, it was. Wow. Very cool. Everyone halt. There's movement up ahead. Are they a squad of PMC troopers? Oh, my kitty's watching the game. She loves Girls Frontline. Very cool. Their rear guards, their gear reads Mangi Security. Maybe they're a bodyguard detachment unemployed by the underground brokers. Should we open fire? They might not be hostile to us. Let's circle around them and keep moving on. Miss Colfie, what do you think? Oh no, is she gonna go sicko mode? That's them! They're the ones who shot at us just now! HQ, we've been attacked by some kind of autonomous defense weapon. Casualties are 7 men and we shouldn't stop it, and we couldn't stop it from advancing. No, the target isn't moving at the moment. Those unitates are praying or something. We can't step in. We're trying to get enough people together to lock the scene down. Our losses from the battle just now were too... The target. Are they talking about Helena? No, we can finish the mission. We don't have to... Yes. Understood. Squad, hold this position. We'll mount a fighting retreat when the mishaps show up. Hang in there. Mishaps? What are those? Who knows? But Helena might already have been captured by them. Miss Daiyan, we can't wait to meet up with them. Let's press the attack. She's right. These people might put the commander in danger. Let's eliminate them. Alright, I guess violence is the answer. Let's go. Alright, who we helping, boys? I wonder, does anyone already have the new doll? No. It doesn't seem like it. Just for fun, let's get Peritia. I haven't seen her in action before. You guys are level 17, so I'm just gonna clown all over these fools as I pet my cat. So, there are a lot of streamers very hesitant to have cat cam like this, understandably so. It's not something that... Oh. Okay, Peritia just AoEs. I knew she was an AoE specialist, but damn. I'm okay with it. I once followed a streamer who wanted to do cat cam, but ultimately decided against it for financial and privacy reasons. Although she did do hand cam, so who knows? Maybe she did. Maybe she was able to do cat cam at some point. I know the Shevank, the Mahjong streamer, he exclusively does cat cam. Like all of his streams are just teaching his cat how to play Mahjong. Hey kitty. Oh kitty. She likes to sit on my arm like this, as well as the armchair. She uses it as a headrest. My cat has asthma, so she really likes having her head raised like this. Like if I scratch her under her chin, notice how she raises her head like this. Hey kitty. And she often like rests her chin on the desk here, or up elevated on the armrest. And it looks kind of awkward and kind of uncomfortable, but she falls asleep like that because it helps her breathe. I spoke with a veterinarian on what can I do about her asthma, and the answer is nothing. At least according to the veterinarian. I'm sure there might be some things I could do to help around the house, like vacuum and clean the floors a lot more than I do, which I do plan on doing Saturday morning. You can hold me to that. Saturday morning, I'm doing that. There we go. I win. Very cool. Let us proceed. Let's get more lore, get more story. Yep, there's a story mode. Oh, there's even hard mode. I don't need to do those yet. I sit down in front of the control terminal and think about my next move. With Sextons and Nemesis on the Elmo, there's no way Groza can leave it, even if she isn't happy about it. However, there was something strange about Groza's expression, especially when I was discussing the past with her. Still, she's the doll team leader, so she ought to be able to handle it. I'll need some combat power to account for any sudden developments. The other dolls are way too flashy, which means the best choice is Colfin. The conclusion I reached is that I can rely on my own flexibility and Callan's resources to take care of things in the city, but in the contamination zones, Squad 404 needs fire support from the dolls. I lightly tap the table with my knuckles and decide to split our forces up in the end. Scratch my head, then sigh heavily. The familiar pressure that once plagued me returns. I hate having to choose between a rock and a hard place like this. Have you made up your mind? Dandelion's voice comes from a strange place. I look around and find that there's a diner gate floating in the air right on top of my head. Oh my god! Dandelion is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters. This is great. She's like that perfect amount of mischievousness that you can still rely on. Since when did you gain the fetish of sleeving into diner gates? The floating diner gate that was originally intended as a smart navigator for the Elmo flies a little lower, but I still need to look up to see it. Even in a diner gate's body, this aura of smug superiority is uniquely Dandelion. Okay. And whose fault is it that there aren't any usable frames on the Elmo? Now I have to lower myself to using this body. Lower myself? Who the heck even says that? Still, being able to float around like this feels nice. Looks like the stuff I left behind back then has pretty good performance. With just a quick modification, they can interface with beacon signals. Now I can contact the Elmo no matter how far away you are. So you're saying you're gonna head out with us in diner gate form to Lviv? Well, if I stayed on the Elmo by myself, I'm sure you'd be worried about me taking it for a joyride and leaving you homeless. Oh yeah, I can totally see you doing that. However, I have to pet the cat. It's a necessity. He is very loved, don't worry. I rise from my place in front of the command console and keep my gaze trained on the diner gate. The diner gate backs off a little to keep its distance and projects a hologram of Dandelion, as though she's standing in front of me and having a conversation. Why are you looking for me now, of all times? It's already been 10 years, right? What, did you miss me? Did you think I was too late? I just learned that Perdius wasn't completely destroyed, and right after that, you show up. The timing seems a little too much of a coincidence to me. You're still as sharp as ever, even though you've been wasting away out here in the boonies for 10 years. I don't bother keeping up the banter with her. Instead, I wait for her to continue speaking. Commander, why did you throw everything away and abandon everyone for 10 years? You should know the reason why. Of course, because you didn't want to get your hands dirty. But you do know that doing so cost you the ability to change things, right? Is that really okay? A lot of people think what you did was incredibly stupid. They believe that if you had just continued on your previous path, you'd be in a position of power now, instead of being bullied by Varjägers in the Yellow Zone. Do you think they're right? At first, I thought you wouldn't put up with this injustice for long. But now, 10 years have passed in the blink of an eye, and you've endured shame that normal people would not have been able to bear, with no intention of compromising in the slightest. Because of your sacrifice, all of the people under you, humans and dolls, ended up living pretty good lives. I was definitely not expecting to hear those words from you. Are you trying to persuade me to go back? Of course not. You'd thoroughly resent me if I did. Damn straight. However, it seems that you couldn't achieve your original aim despite going rogue to do it, and the target you were truly aiming for was never exposed. The time was not yet ripe over the past 10 years, but now she has come to see me. So perhaps it's time for everything to be turned around. She, you say? Yes. Even if you don't believe me, you can believe her, right? Are they talking about who I think they're talking? They can't. That's illegal. They can't do that. I don't even know what happened to her. But they can't do that. I hesitate briefly, but in the end I ask the question in my heart. And what does she want me to do? Dandelion smiles and shakes her head before raising a finger to her lips. She is just a silent observer. The important thing is, what do you want to do? Leaving aside that pointless hatred, leaving aside that meaningless humiliation, what do you want to do after stagnating for 10 years? I want to marry Litara. There we go. That's it. That's the plot. I just solved Girls Frontline 2. Let's go. Dandelion looks in my eyes and I meet her gaze. There seems to be an inescapable power in them, forcing me to remember something that I've been trying to forget. Or do you think not doing anything at all would be the best choice? Obviously not the best choice, but right now, do I have the grounds to reply like that? The communicator beeps. I hesitate for a moment, but in the end, I pick it up. Commander, the battle plan and combat supplies are ready. Do you want to conduct the briefing? I glance at Dandelion. He shrugs, then shuts off her Dynagate's hollow projection, as though to say we'll have lots of time to discuss this later. I shake my head, and take a deep breath before giving Rosa her orders. Alright, have them come over to the ops room. The drone takes off from the Elmo's landing pad, and soon the massive elbow is nothing more than a tiny speck in the ground. Helena and Colfine are on one side of the drone, while the box form, I can't read, of Helena's transformed defense systems, and I are on the other side. Inside the Dynagate body, Dandelion sprawls over a nearby crate. He taps its surface curiously, as though she's looking for a way to open it. Oh, hey, kitty. Hey. Oh, lick. She licked me. The drone pierces through the cloud over, and the air begins to clear up. I take off my gas mask, and the morning sunlight is slightly dazzling as it illuminates my face. However, it is not an unpleasant feeling. On the contrary, I actually like it. Seeing the morning sun makes me think that everything is full of hope. I don't get to see the morning sun. By the time I make it to work into my office, it's still pitch black out, and there are no windows in my office. So, the next time I get to see the sun is when I leave at 2:30, and even then it's, like, it sets in 2 hours. So, yeah, I live in a world of darkness. As you can see, I got the lights on, but it's okay, I have the kitty. I have cat cam. She still licked me. I'm gonna have to wash my hands over this, jeez. I turn to look at Colfine. She's helping Helena to adjust her safety belt so she feels more comfortable. Meanwhile, Helena is looking around curiously. All this is new to her. That's just as well. I was worried Helena would be afraid of flying, but it seems my worries were unfounded. Just as I think this, I hear Mei Ling's voice over my earpiece. Commander, we're in cruise mode now. We're about half an hour away from our destination, the Intercontinental Railway transfer station. Make sure you fly us well, Mei Ling. It took me a long time to get this drone back into flying condition. Of course I will, Commander! She looks terrified. The drone will touch down some distance away from the train station. Miss Dandelion said she upgraded the Dynagate's functions, so you can use the beacon's comm system to contact the Elmo anytime. Got it. Thanks, Mei Ling. I'll be counting on you to get us there and land us. I end the transmission and turn to look at the Dynagate that's engaged in amusing itself. My cat wants attention. She really wants my attention. Oh man. Actually, this is a good time for a Bezos break. I'm gonna give my kitty the love she deserves, and I'm gonna put you all on BRB. I'll be back in 3 minutes. And we're back, before I forget to unmute the mic. So, as you can see, Kitty turned around, having to reposition myself a little bit. Let us continue. I suddenly realized that this isn't any kind of upgrade at all. I mean, you're basically just making use of your permissions to access URNC beacon channels, right? Aw, if it really bothers you that I'm using public property for private purposes, I can always get RKN to send you the bill for long-distance broadband network signal. Sounds like this diner gate before me would make a killing if I sold it to the underground brokers. Think it could cover the bill? Even if you sell me off, you'll never be rid of me. I fucking love this Dandelion, oh my god. Let's talk about something else instead. Sure, such as? For instance, how much do you know about Helena? Well, the information we collected beforehand already suggested it. I suspect that she's not a fully immune individual. The only thing we could be certain of is that she's related to Paradius in some way. Surely there's no way you're entirely ignorant of this, right? Ah, am I really that all-seeing and all-powerful in your eyes? Unfortunately, I'm not as idle as you, Commander. I don't have time to investigate this matter. When you were slacking off for 10 years, I was working on the development and maintenance of the RNC's fully automated internal planning and management system. How's that? Impressive, huh? So tell me, oh endlessly busy Madame Dandelion, who is involved in great endeavors, where do you find the time to come down here and cosplay as a diner gate? That's because I have a capable junior who is my pride and joy. Don't forget, Ogas is very good at differentiating and evolving. I upgraded daughter forks for my virtual cognition image and had them learn and grow until they became autonomous intelligences who could work on my behalf. So you created a few clones of yourself in order to slack off, is that it? Commander, I am in awe of how you can reduce something so complex and grand to a banal triviality in just a few short words. Aw, you're making me blush. Back then, even URNC's top brass had to queue for a whole week just to meet me. Goodness, there might not be anyone in all the URNC who could do this instead of me. Ah, is that so? Want to know how I did it? Kinda clueless about technical stuff. I'll bet Persica would love to talk shop with you, though. What a shame. Let's discuss something else, then. In short, while we lost certain authorizations and permissions, I don't need to remain stuck in the central hub system anymore. And while I don't know that much about Helena, this device over here is most intriguing. Is it an automated defensive system? Yep. It's made with extremely high-grade parts, and its makeup is also very fascinating. The internal barrier design is very unique, to the point where I want to try and crack it to see what's inside. What happens if you get in? I'll be able to control the defense system like I do this diner gate, of course. So after cosplaying diner gates, Dandelion's going to cosplay a box next. Very cool. While the notion comes to mind, I decide not to speak it out loud lest I get scolded. This defense system's very powerful. It would help me out a lot if you could control it. Huh. The diner gate's eye-like main camera whirs and narrows, as though it's gotten some kind of wicked idea. I'll hold off for a moment, then. We can't have you getting into the habit of relying on others and becoming lazy, Commander. Thanks. Once again, I turn to look at Helena. Wolfien's head is down and she's checking her systems. I hit the PTT on my communicator twice to indicate that she should patch into the channel, and Wolfien obliges. What's wrong, Commander? Helena's going to be spending a long time out of the containment zone this time around. Is she alright? I brought some nutrient supplies along. They ought to help keep her body functioning. Also, I modified my remolding pattern. Now I can dispense collapse particles for Helena to absorb. That way her body won't degenerate too quickly. Miss Lena's also promised us that there would be places in the cities along our way where we could treat Helena's condition. She'll coordinate with us as we move. Good. We need to be prepared. Helena begins gesticulating wildly upon seeing Wolfien talk to me. Although I can't make out what she's saying over the roar of the engines, it's immediately obvious that she's trying to tell Wolfien that she wants in on the conversation. As expected, the moment Colfine puts a headset on Helena's ears, her voice immediately comes onto the channel. Commander! Sky! Pretty! Not like on the ground! If all the collapse contamination were cleared away, we'd be able to see things like this on the surface, too. I see. So, when cleared away? That is a mystery. Surely the great and mighty URNC will finish that task someday. Doubt. Helena tilts her head from where she's sitting on the other side of the drone. Perhaps the topic was too complicated for her, but she decides to just skip over it entirely. Feels like going out on holiday. Do you know what a holiday is? No, I don't. Colfine taught me. I knew it. A holiday, huh? That's a wonderful word that's completely unconnected to my current situation. Colfine, have you ever been on a holiday? As if dolls could go on holiday. I read about it in a book. However, the commander can take us all on a holiday in the future. Holiday, holiday, everyone on holiday. If only we had the money for that. Helena seems to be in high spirits today. That's because you're here, Commander. Helena has always enjoyed being around you. It's like you've got a daughter, even though you haven't tied the knot yet. Quiet, you. Dandelion seizes the opportunity to slip into the conversation and begins telling them all about my various dorky scandals from Griffin until they're doubled over in laughter. I quickly change the subject, clearly because I'm worried they'll fall off the drone from laughing too hard. Yes, that's it. Dandelion then talks about one of our previous missions. They are so shocked by the tale of the doll's battles and sacrifices that they can't even speak. This time, I don't interrupt her. I silently listen as Dandelion narrates the past, and the faces of all my past friends and comrades comes into view. The drone is flying serenely through the sky. The sky is slowly brightening from the pink of dawn. At great length, Dandelion finally finishes telling her story. Wolfien's voice sounds a little choked up from the overcome comms channel. I didn't know you went through all that, Commander. It was all in the past. Commander, amazing! I'm not that amazing. There you go again, Commander. You get embarrassed when a girl praises you, even when it's a young one doing it. Literally me, for real, for real. That sounds really wrong. Ah! Wow! Do you like them young, Commander? I will get her. Wow! Wow! Ah, I can't do it. My throat's all. Another time. I've had a long day. Oh, not necessarily. I believe the commander's preferences are very comprehensive. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so indecisive on that particular topic. Hey! I reach out to try to grab the dandelion gate, but she nimbly evades me. Skill issue. She hovers just barely out of reach of my arm's maximum extension. As I'm still secured to my seat, all I can do is glower impotently at her to indicate my displeasure. Commander, we're almost there. Please remember to put on your mask. The drone is about to descend. Got it. All right, everyone. Settle down and prepare to descend. Mailing's voice draws me back to my task, and after hearing her, the others stop messing around, too. I put my mask back on and signal to everyone to get ready to land. Colfine checks her safety belt, then Slat helps Helena check hers, while the diner gate attaches itself securely to the defense systems box. The drone slowly sinks into the cloud cover. Although I can't see the surface, I have a feeling that we're not far from our destination. Just as I'm prepared for the descent, Colfine's voice reaches my ear and my terminal indicates it's a private transmission. Commander, if Helena gets cured during this trip to live, will she be coming back with us? Probably not. Someone will protect her and take her to a safer place. Is that so? It'll be a little lonely then. For a moment, I'm at a loss of how to respond. After a brief silence, Colfine continues speaking. But that's definitely a good thing, right? In the story Dandelion told just now, you saved a lot of people, so it's the same as well this time. We saved her, right? I'm briefly at a loss for words. There were a lot of people I didn't manage to save. That's what I want to say, even though I open my mouth. Can't bring myself to say those words. Reflexively look at Helena, but she has none of her excitement from before. In fact, she seems to be in a daze. Wolfine also notices Helena's unusual behavior and speaks to her in a concerned tone. Helena, are you okay? Are you not feeling well? There's a voice. Helena does not answer Wolfine's question. I can hear her muttering quietly to herself over the channel. Just as I'm about to speak to her, the drone suddenly starts shaking violently, and I immediately realize it's caused by the shaking of the box beside me. What's going on? Commander, the defense system is changing form. The diner gate breaks free of its attachment and flies into midair to avoid being hit by the box's shaking. There's a voice that sounds the same as me. It sounds familiar. It's like before. But this time, it doesn't hurt. Did something happen to Helena? Looks like she can hear something that we can't. Helena, what's up with you? Wolfine worriedly looks at Helena, but Helena ignores her, instead gazing into the depths of the clouds. Over there! The box instantly transforms into 3 spheres, and I hurry to grab the diner gate as the shockwave of the transformation tosses it aside. The spheres fly over to Helena, slice her free of her safety belts, and carry her into the air. Wolfine tries to grab her, but Helena nimbly avoids her. After glancing coldly at Wolfine, Helena flies free of the drone, and ensconced. I have literally never seen this word in my life, holy crap. Ensconced with the embrace of her spheres, and swiftly disappears into the clouds. The disruption from the spheres make the drone shake violently, and I hold on tight to the handrails to try to keep my balance. Commander, what happened? The drone suddenly lost flight stability! Helena, she flew away! Flew away?! The unbalanced drone goes into a flat spin and plummets towards the ground. I glance at the propeller next to me and see that it's constantly shifting its pitch and orientation. Clearly, Mei Ling is doing her best to keep the drone aloft. All I can do now is let Mei Ling handle things. I hold on for the handrail for dear life, and the blood surging into my brain makes me feel like I'm gonna puke my guts out. Commander! Hold on tight! Don't fall off! Through the corner of my narrowed eyes, I see Wolfine clinging for dear life to the handrails. The wind is blowing so hard I can barely open my eyes. I channel all my strength into sticking the diner gate to the drone so I could free up a hand to cling ever tighter to the handrail. Pull up! Pull up! Mei Ling yells over the comm channel. I never heard her yell that loud before. Perhaps her angry yelling had an effect, because the drone manages to adjust its propeller's pitch and the drone slowly stops its spinning. As we regain lift, the drone climbs hard, forcing me to change position so I don't feel so uncomfortable. At long last, the drone's flight path levels out and my blood begins flowing normally again. I take big gulps of air as I try to recover from my stressed state. Everything happened far too suddenly and we're all confused. However, I know our current priority is getting Helena back. Well done, Mei Ling. Commander, are you alright? I'll take more killing yet. Wolfine, can you track Helena's location? Just in case, I had Wolfine put a tracker on Helena. Who would have expected that it would come in handy even before we touched down? Hang on! I can still track her! Track her? I hardly know her. Send Mei Ling the coordinates. Mei Ling, take us there! Okay! Mei Ling, can you see the coordinates? Helena's position is constantly changing. I needed to keep refreshing the location data. Ow! Why? We recovered! Got it. Leave it to me! The drone immediately changes course and begins flying in another direction. My brain kicks into high gear. Was our information leaked? Are we gonna get ambushed again? But this time, it was Helena herself who did it. Or does the problem lie with Helena? She can hear something that we can't. Perhaps Helena has something in common with those Naitos we've seen before. The diner gate that's attached to the drone looks my way. Her tone isn't as teasing as before, which is a sign of Dandelion's reliable side. I thought so too. When we first received her, the words Helena 043 were written on inside her box's logs. Can you help me gather information regarding that? I'm on it, but I don't have much processing power bandwidth, so it'll take time. Alright, I'll leave it with you. Mei Ling's skillful piloting and the drone's high-speed flight quickly bring us out of the cloud cover. Looking down, we can see the glow from Helena's spheres in the distance. There are flashes coming from the ground where Helena's firing. I squint and see an intense firefight taking place against a not-too-large monster. Is that a Boojum? Mailing, head for the Boojum. Descend as you go. Once you reach 100 meters, AGL, begin orbiting the Boojum so we can observe the situation. Will do, Commander! The drone rapidly descends, and after going lower, I get a clearer picture of the situation on the ground. The not-too-large Boojum has just flipped over a vehicle belonging to a squad of armed troops, and the forces around it are blasting it with weapons of various calibers. The Boojum is heavily wounded from the attacks, but it does not move from its place, as though it's protecting something. It's located in what seems like a small town, but the town seems to have been abandoned for a long time, and the ravages of war have only made it even more run down. The point of light representing Helena is flying over to the Boojum. We try to follow it, but some of the armed troopers firing on the Boojum actually turn and shoot at the drone instead. Bullets whiz past my ear, and with no recourse available to me, I have to ask Mei-Ling to pull up. What the heck is with these people? We'll land first, Mei-Ling. Circle around to where they can't hit us and set us down. I'm on it! Now searching for a landing site! That is quite the story. Alright, this will be the last level of the stream. But before that, it is imperative that we have to go gambling. Let's do this. Let's go gambling! Okay, my cat will bring me good luck. Just kidding. Here we go. Aw, dang it. 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 Oh! Was not expecting the actual Type 95. Damn it, now I have to get her. No, I don't. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. This is not great. Not great. That was... Yeah, no. Let's just head back into the story. Okay. Oh, I was a little deceived. It said 20% complete. That's like full level completion, including the side missions here. It's fine. I have plenty to gamble. I have so much currency. Don't tell G11, or anyone for that matter. Keep it a secret, as I publicly say it on stream. The point of light containing Helena is now extremely close to the Boojum, but we're forced to land further away due to gunfire from the ground. Mei-Ling picks up a fairly high clod of dirt as her landing spot. Before she can fully touch down, I've already ripped my safety belt off and jumped down from the drone. Wolfie and the diner gate follow me. Flint, why would you do this? The troopers who saw the drone land begin to circle us, and I'm forced to drop my sidearm to engage them. Damn it, this is not at all what I was expecting. Things don't look good, Commander. Don't worry, compared to the Commander's previous encounters, this wouldn't even rate number 5 on the things don't look too good scale. Plus, we haven't even gotten to the snafu, tarhu, and foobar category. Sorry, cat. This is how much I love the story. Hey, kitty. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Hey, kitty. What a shocker! Is that true? That's enough smug out of you. How are the surroundings? We've got about 20 hostiles approaching. Let's see if your skills have dulled over the past 10 years. 20 of them? I'll manage. Can you do anything besides scouting and scanning? Well, as you can see, I'm currently just a feeble Dynagate. The only thing that separates me from the other Dynagates is the fact that I can fly. Naturally, I've already sent a distress signal to the dolls who can help us, but then you would have to wait half a day for them to arrive, no? Wow, what a great help you are. Half a day means they'll be just in time to find my cooling corpse. Great. Cat, that is my mouse. Cat, that is you leaving. Ness, that is you adjusting OBS to put this away. Very cool. Alright, let's get back into the game. Cat cam is over. No more cat cam for now. Adjusting some things. Okay. Even if the drone went back right away to pick up Groza and the others, they'd take at least 2 hours to arrive. Looks like I can only rely on myself for now. I look at my handgun and regret not bringing something with a longer range, but there's no point thinking about that now. Since the enemy doesn't know about our situation, our only chance is to hammer them hard and throw them back with speed and violence of action. Real gamer moment. Goldfeet, get ready for battle. Get into lane, keep up. Okay. Alright. I think today we're gonna help, actually, let's help Nezumi. He's a streamer. Wait, can I also... Damn, I can't have two Colfins. Let's grab his Litara. Okay. Very cool. Okay, this is it. Yep, these guys are level 18. They're gonna go down really easily. So now I guess finding something else to yap about is gonna be difficult. Just kidding, no it's not. Tomorrow's stream is not Mother 3. Tomorrow's stream, I'm changing it to finishing this Girls Frontline story. And I will be moving Mother 3 to Sunday, actually. It'll be a hangover stream since I'm partying really hard in the Discord on Saturday. And if you're not in the Discord, which you are, I can tell, Twitch told me. Only for this time though, don't get used to it. God, I'm not used to the game going this slow, but it's fine. Bonk! But yeah, Mother 3 on Sunday, that'll actually give me a chance to do longer streams now. The problem is that is the time I wanted to work on a project that I've been meaning to work on. I will find time to do it, mark my words. I was gonna do it after this stream, but this is gonna be a long stream. Ow! Usually those guys do boatloads of damage. And that did like nothing. The level difference is so great. It is laughable, actually. They can't stand a chance. They crumble. Wow. Easy game. Easy game. That's it. Thanks, wife. Very cool. All right. Oh, and that's it. We're done. GG. For the road, before we head out, one last time. Let's go gambling. All right, here we go. Let's go gambling! As we end the stream and figure out how to raid, but we're going gambling! Shit. It's fine. The streamer luck isn't here today because it never is. Dang it. Aw, 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 dang it. I'll take that. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. That was garbanzo beans. It's not with me today. It's fine. I'm going back here. This is fine. This is fine. GG. Long stream today. I know, right? Even I'm finding it hard to believe that it's a long stream today. But, ooh, I have multiple people I could raid. Holy moly. Who do I want to raid? You know what? I know who I'll raid. We're gonna go ahead and say hi to Party Bus TV. This guy is kind of funny. You streamed way too long? Yes, I agree. It's fine. Right now he's playing Heroine of the Sniper. I don't even know what this game is, but it has sniper in it, which means he must be doing some sort of gun game. Clearly. Okay, this actually is a gun game. Perfect. So we're rating from gun game to gun game. Excellent. Thanks for coming, May! I'm doing the personalized outro. Thanks for being first. Actually, no, it was Core who was first. Thanks for being first, Core. Thanks for coming, May. And I will catch you all. I always come. You actually do, and I appreciate it. And I mean that sexually. In any case, thanks for coming to the stream. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for more Girls Frontline. And I will update the schedule immediately, actually. So, yeah. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you all tomorrow. And, as always, let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.